welcome to my video on how I do acrylic toes. We're going to be doing a fill. I already have my right foot prepped, so I am going to start with using Young Nails Protein Bond. So I'm putting on this protein bond on the nail, not so much on the acrylic, because it's going to get covered anyway and it should stick on pretty good. So now I'm going to start with a small bead, and my goal for this bead is usually to get it from the cuticle area to the end or the tip of the nail, but this time I didn't pick up a bead as big because the position I was sitting in, I did not have control. So I just wanted to get the cuticle area covered up and then build it because I just did not have the right balance. So I had to do multiple beads. So next I'm going to add another bead kind of in the center, and this is going to be the bead that I was kind of supposed to do, but it was just a little bit too difficult to juggle at first. So now that I have a bead that is in the center and to the tip of the nail, it's going to cover most of it. And the key here is really to get the right consistency that is going to be moldable and workable. So I'm just going to make sure that around the cuticle it is cleaned up, and on the side walls, and again that the nail is not too thick. I do see a small area that I will add a little bit more acrylic on just to make the nail a little bit smoother and make it a little bit easier to file. So this is the small bead that I'm going to add, and I'm going to apply it backwards and kind of brush it up the nail. So now I'm going to do the smaller toes. For these next 3 toes, I do pick up a bead that is around the same size so that it's just easier and I'm not wasting any product. The brush that I'm using is the Young Nails Artistic Sculptor brush. I believe this brush is a number 8 brush. I love using this brush for toes because it's the perfect size. I always pick up the perfect consistency no matter what size bead I'm picking up. So it's just perfect. I really love this brush and I really underestimate it. I feel like sometimes if you use like a 1 bead method, you tend to want to use a larger brush, which yes, they're great, but you can still pick up a pretty nice sized bead with this brush and it's just perfect. It's magical. I love Young Nails. So anyway, continuing on with this video, I am trying not to make the nail too thick since I am covering the entire nail. It's just a personal preference. You don't have to cover the nail. I could have just covered that little section, but I feel like it's not as smooth. Like I just want to cover it and just, you know, move on. I don't know if that makes sense, but to me it's worked out and it's made my nails how I want them to be, and I really like how they come out. So my foot is flat and I do kind of have it tilted up so that I'm able to work on it. So it does flood my cuticle a little bit, so I have to be kind of careful. However, this is not what it's like when you're applying it on someone else. So if you're watching this video to see what it's like to do it on somebody else, it's not going to be like this. It's going to be slightly different, but hopefully it does help you if you are going to be doing this on your own, because you need to be able to be sitting in a position where it's not going to flow down too much. It probably still will, because it's impossible to do it while your foot is tilted down and you're doing it yourself. Okay, so onto the pinky toe. I am using a slightly smaller bead for this nail since it is a little bit smaller, and my little toe kind of gets in the way here. It doesn't get in the way, but it kind of like gets stuck to the other one and then it messes up. So yeah, I was just a little bit too lazy to get my toe separator, but that is a great option if your toes do touch. So now this is the final result. This is just the application, and they both are done and ready to be shaped. I am using the Nail Lab acrylic. They changed their name, so I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I'm also using the Young Nails monomer, and I'm also using the Nail Lab, their nail file. So I'm just going to be filing my nails. I'm going to be using an 80 grit file, filing the sides and filing the top. And I will also be going in with my electric file. I'm going to use this small bit that I always use first as part of my electric filing routine. I go in with this and perfect the cuticle to make sure that there will be no lifting and get the maximum wear out of this acrylic set. And then I'm going to go in with another file. This is the Zoe favorite bit to smooth out the nail and take down any bulk. So now I'm going to be painting the nail after I buffed and cleaned them up. And I'm using Legacy Nails white gel polish. And I'm also going to use this French brush that I'm going to be trying out for the first time. So you're gonna see me struggle here for a second. You're gonna see me kind of go over it a few times, but I just want you to see how maybe this brush is not that completely necessary. I'm usually not the type of person that likes things to be messy and then clean them up. I would rather be as clean as I go. So I would much rather just do a line perfectly and then fill it in and then clean it up, rather than doing just a line and then trying to make it perfect. So that's my personal opinion. I do like this brush. It would come in handy to clean up if you make any mistakes, but to just clean it up or just to use it to actually create the line, I'm not a huge fan of it. I think I'm just using it wrong. I actually only seen one video on how to use this brush, so that could be a reason why, but I'll still give it a shot. And it was kind of fun to kind of try it out and see if I could do it on my own. So I am still cleaning up this nail, and this is twice the speed. Okay, most of these videos, if it's not time lapse, it's twice the speed. So just imagine how long it took for me to do my nails. Okay, so it's safe to say I won't be doing this as, you know, as an actual process for my clients, but it is nice to have for cleaning up the line. Okay, so moving on, I am going to do the same thing on the other little nails, and as you can see, I am doing the line a little bit more straight. There are different ways that you can do this French tip. I, for whatever reason, I'm gonna do it more straight rather than a super rounded French tip. Okay, so now I'm just gonna clean them up. Again, these are a little bit easier, a little bit quicker because they are smaller, but you know what I mean. Okay, so now that they are nice and cleaned up, I'm gonna apply my base coats and then the top coat. These are both top coats that you can get at your beauty supply store, and they have great shine and great durability. I really like them. So I just decided to make them shiny this time and leave them with no design, just a classic French tip on my toes. So if you have made it so far into this video, thank you for watching. Look how cute they look. So cute. Let me know what you think. I hope you like them, and hopefully this helps you out if you want to know how to do a fill or acrylic on your toes. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and yes, I cannot stop looking at my toes. They are so cute. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my videos. And yeah, thank you for watching. See you next time.